This is Dave Brousseau of the Sun-Sentinel sitting here with Coach Daryl Shore of the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. Daryl, it's kind of a tough result with Edmonton, a 1-1 tie. Kind of evaluate when went right and when went wrong and getting that draw.
Our start to the game wasn't good enough, and when you look at the statistics, which we're not a big statistical staff, but at the beginning of the game, the possession rate was 55%, 45% in our favor. But as the game went on, it ended where it was 66%, 34% in our favor. So I think you saw as the game progressed and we got a little more comfortable, we had the more run of the play. They obviously scored the first goal and then hit the post early and then hit the crossbar late. But if you take out those three plays, we felt like we pretty much controlled the game, never felt like we were under any pressure, and just had a really poor 15 minutes to the start of the game, conceded the goal. And then I think that woke us up a little bit, and as we started getting a little bit more comfortable, we created some pretty good chances, and obviously David scored a great goal, but we just weren't able to capitalize on our other chances.
Speaking of the goal, Foley showed why you got him. Beat three defenders, and it was like a laser shot. Could have been a better goal. Is that pretty much what we expected out of him coming into the season?
Well, yeah, he a lot of times he's the one who sets up goals, but he's also shown in this league that he has the capability to score them as well. The start of that play is what was really a good play because Tony had the ball and he bypassed about four defenders or four of Edmonton's players with one pass, which is something that we're trying to get our defenders to do, is to try and really play balls into tight spaces. And David did a really good job of coming back, receiving the ball, and then turned and was able to beat three Edmonton players. And then the shot that he took is just an amazing shot. Came at a great time for us. And those are things that you can expect from a player like David Foley.
Going forward, you got Atlanta, a team that wasn't that great last year. What do you have to do to get 3 points out of that on an away game?
Well, last year's in the books, and Brian Haynes is a good coach. He's a good friend of mine, but when he came in there with him and Eric Minalda, but then when Brian took over at the end, Atlanta was probably playing as good as anybody in our league last year, and he's retained a few of those players. I know he's brought in some new players, so I know Brian's going to have Atlanta ready to play, and they're going to be difficult. It's our first road game, so we have to go in there with the mentality of we have to have a good start. The first 15 minutes can't be what it was on our home field, and if we can go in there and get a good start to the game, we like our group. We like the way the game finished for us against Edmonton, and if we can keep building on those plays and now start to get a little bit better in the attacking third, then we feel like we'll be a good matchup with Atlanta, and hopefully we can go there and come away with some sort of points.
And finally, the Striker fans, I'm sure, want to know how's the health of Walter and, of course, the health of Mark Anderson.
Well, Walter, as everybody saw, came on and was a spark in the attacking part of the field. We were pushing the game, so he didn't really have to do a lot of defending in the game, but we know now that he's going to have to start building that part of it again, building his defensive part of his game up. But he's coming along. You'd like to see that he's going to get some more minutes against Atlanta. It just remains to be seen because we felt like our attacking group, even though we didn't finish some chances, was pretty active. So it's tough to just make changes just for the sake of making changes. But Walter's definitely going to figure into the plans in Atlanta. As far as Mark goes, he's going to get an MRI today, and then if the MRI comes back negative, then he'll be cleared to train starting tomorrow, and we'll see how he does this week in training, and then hopefully he'll be available for Atlanta. If not, the goal is to have him available for Carolina.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck in Atlanta. Dave Brousseau, Sun-Sentinel with Coach Daryl Shore.